important is tomorrow, not just trying to build off the momentum you guys have had the last 4 games, but going back on the road and trying to kind of right the wrongs from last week?
Yeah, I mean, we got to find out if our game translates on the road. It should, and we're not changing. They obviously get a last matchup, but that we don't chase those anyway. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be better than how we finished out east. But LA have a lot to say about that. They were on the road for a while. Now they're getting going at home and didn't go their way in here. So it's not going to be easy tomorrow. Hopefully our guys don't think that just because we've scored some goals here on the run at home. Like, you got to play the right way every night and stick with it.
Those were one of the more territorial dominant games you had, like more than half the face-offs from the offensive zone. Was there anything to that game that allowed that to happen?
Puck management, I thought, was good for us. We didn't make a lot of mistakes between the blue lines and give them easy transition and then get stuck in our end. Those are the two things to me. Manage the puck well. Worst case, you're on the forecheck. You shouldn't be stuck in your end all night. You might have to break pucks out if you're not forechecking effectively. But it tires them out. And you saw a couple of goals we scored were good turnovers and fatigue-related turnovers for them. So that's probably the biggest difference. And then if you are good in the circle, you start with the puck, especially in the O-zone, right? So now they're defending, and you take the second period. If you get on the wrong side of the line change, then you're basically getting it out, changing. They take a couple penalties, so exhaust some guys. Some guys lose their rhythm. That's typically how that happens to me.
There was some concern or some discussion about your 5-on-5 play, shot attempts, and some of those numbers. Everything went in your way that favor. It went your way last night. Is that a good sign for your group that it was all 5-on-5? You were so good on shot?
Well, we've outscored teams 5-on-5 all year. So I've said before, I'm not that concerned about an analytic shot attempt. Where are the shots coming from? Are they of what quality? I've said this many times. I think our team will look for the extra pass. So we will probably always be even or on the wrong side of that. It's just not we're not asking every play to go to the net. Some nights we are. It's like, hey, we got to get going here. We got to force the goalie to make some saves, control his rebounds, let their D box out, because that's how you can draw penalties. That's where the lack of shot attempts can hurt us, I believe, is in our ability to draw penalties, because now you're not getting those hooking calls around the front of the net or a loose puck rebound where they got to grab onto you. We lose some of that. I will say that, but I do believe, just like I said, to make up for our guys, they're going to look and see if there's a better shooting opportunity. If it's a better high percentage chance, then they maybe try to make that play. Not everybody, but in general. So having a go our way last night is great. Having scored 5 goals against their 9 is a bigger number for me, and how we scored them and how we played the game. So that's what I was looking at. And as I said, I think we're getting goals to go in maybe that won't later. Goalies will make more saves, whatnot, but I don't know if that's going to necessarily change our thinking until we completely dry up. And like I said, I don't know if that'll happen. Hopefully not.
Did you talk to the referees about the Kadri slew foot in the third period?
No, I did not.
Neutral zone was very effective last night. Was there a change there, or just better execution?
No, we didn't change anything there. We're just we spoke about they play a 1-2-2. LA switched to that. A lot of teams do. We do. Filling 3 lanes matters, and your timing of when the D has a puck on a stick with his head up and you facing and presenting yourself. That's the term we use to make sure you're available. We did a better job with that. I think there's been some games we've been swinging all over the place, and we had to get a little more direct in terms of our filling 3 lanes with that, because usually there's an outside lane or a middle pocket that's open if you time it right. And we were getting some guys moving all over the place. And some of that could be the newness, Darren, of playing with one another. But in general, like, a winger should never leave the wall and come into the middle unless the center comes into his lane. It's kind of how we look at it. And I thought we were more disciplined in our routes last night. And then obviously, if you're effective with your execution, then you're getting through there, right? You usually need one good pass in the neutral zone if it's on the tape with some level of speed, you're probably over the red line and attacking their blue line. Where it goes from there, I thought was one of the best parts of our game. We had lots of rush opportunities, and we put it behind their D when there wasn't a chance. So good decisions with the puck between good first pass execution. Second of all, we made a good decision with the puck as we approached their blue line. So as a result, there's a lot of O-zone time when you do that, whether you're forechecking or attacking and driving pucks deep or shot off the wing, whatever the case may be. That was the best part of our game last night, I thought.
I know you said having a healthy Eichel and a healthy Snow changes a lot, but are you surprised even a little bit at the production they've been able to put up?
Well, what I've said, that led the league in scoring after 9 games. I wouldn't have said yes or no. If when they stay healthy, I thought they would be very good. And one of the reasons they were put together is because we just felt we needed to lean on something early on with some newness, with Carly being out, searching for hurdles, wingers. Where does Holtz fit? Where does Olofsson fit? Some of those we sorted out during camp, and some we didn't. So it was a little bit of, okay, I know what I'm getting with this line, and I'm not surprised they're finishing a lot of plays. I'm not. As I said, I wouldn't have guessed exactly how many, but they're guys we lean on. Jack and Stoney have driven lines everywhere they've been. I've said this before, I think Barbie's a great complimentary guy, whoever you put him with. So, and I think they've played a lot with Petro and Theo, or Petro and Hanny, and Petro's really on his game in terms of getting that puck up into their hands, and obviously so are Hanny and Theo. So it's really a group of 5 that's going well.
Do you feel like things are more settled this time hitting the road than you did last time, so that you can?
Yeah, and this, I think our biggest road will come like next month, right? We're on a lot, but I know what you're saying. Yes, we're farther ahead in terms of makeup of lines. We went out in the road. I think we had Schwinn, Brisson, and Holtz playing together, a young line. We were, how would they do? And I think they did just fine. Now you got Carlson in there that, no matter who you play him with, can anchor a line. He's been in the league so long, home road, he's not going to change his game. So yes, we are. Goaltenders now a little bit of a more of a rhythm with alternating. I think we were explained why we played Hilly a little more at the start. So yes, we should be feeling better individually and as a team.
How different is LA on the road than home? I know they have great defensive centers.
I don't think it's going to matter a lot because they're veteran guys, right? It's Kopitar. He can play anywhere. They may want a certain matchup against Jack. That's where it could change. I think they're always comfortable using either Deneau or Kopitar. You'll probably see most of the night one of those two. It'd be my guess. And they're both very good at it. But that's where now with Carly's line going, like, we're getting back to that competitive advantage down the middle when we're healthy. And Nick Waugh's line showed that in the third period last night. So that's what we've always done well here with having 4 centers that can all drive lines. And so tomorrow when you play against a team like that is 2 very good. And I'm not even including Byfield. He's a very good player in his own right. He's still younger. I wouldn't put him in their category defensively yet, but I don't know him that well. And Lewis has been in the league, and he knows how to check. So, yeah, it's going to be a little tougher for them to find space.
Do you expect Hank to travel?
No, I don't. He skated, I think, on his own today. I believe he was out this morning or going out later. So he's starting the process, but no, he won't play tomorrow.